Welcome to this edition of Canola TV, featuring the latest information on producing and marketing winter canola in the Southern Plains. Canola TV, a service of PCOM, Producers Cooperative Oil Mill.
Hi everybody, welcome back to another edition of Canola TV. I'm Ron Hayes. So glad to be along with you today, and joining us once again, Justin Stejskal with the Croplan folks. Justin, tell me a little bit first of all about your plans, the Croplan plans, Winfield's plans for 2013. What do you got available for our producers?
Well, currently in around our pretty winter canola varieties, we have 4 commercially available varieties. We feel like we have the most genetic and maturity variety out there available of any other company as far as Roundup Ready varieties go. Start off real quick, high class 110W. 110 is the earliest maturing variety we have. It's a great fit for a guy who wants to plant a lot of acres out there and wants to get something the quickest maturity out there so he can get started harvesting on something. You know, canola is so critical in that harvesting method there as far as the timing goes. So it's a great fit for that. Second in the lineup, we have 115W. 115 is a SU tolerant variety. I feel like it's probably our most stress tolerant variety we have out there. We planted 115 in a lot of different situations, and it's been a good, very good, consistent performer across the board in those situations. Also have very, very good performance in Dr. Arnold's pH study he did on it last winter. And then the third variety, 125W, is our newest variety we have in the lineup. We brought it on board 2 years ago. We brought it on board. We were very excited about its yield potential, and it hasn't let us down yet. It really does well in high yielding situations. It's also an SU tolerant variety too, which makes it very strong in that fact. Then the last one is 154W. 154W is unique because it's actually a Roundup Ready hybrid. It's also the latest maturing variety out there in the Croplan lineup. Situations to where you got good management, good soils, maybe even a little bit of irrigation. It's really got a lot of potential out there as far as a high yielder goes. Being a hybrid like it is has a lot of good vigor as far as jumping out of the ground and taking off going. So those are the 4 we're going to offer this year. Pretty excited about them. Very good results from last year and last several years with those. So we're pretty excited about 2013 for those varieties.
Now, as far as those folks that you've been working with, your clients and customers up to this point, what sort of feedback are you getting as far as their intention to come back into canola this coming year?
Overall, the response has been very, very positive. We hear a lot of people tell us they're going to increase acres over where they were. I think some of the holdup is people are trying to figure out how to logistically handle the crop. We've had conversations with a lot of different growers talking about trying to plant maybe 50% of their acres to canola in rotation going forward in the future, and it becomes a matter of how do I manage that as far as harvest goes. So I think you have to look at what maturity of variety you're planting, and also too look at the equipment needs you're going to need for that crop also too, and kind of the manpower requirements. But talking to many growers, for example, I took a phone call from a guy yesterday. He planted about 800 acres last year, and he told me yesterday he's going to bump up to 1,500 next year. So here are a lot of stories like that out there. So it's definitely a planning situation, but it's definitely manageable.
And as you mentioned, that harvest date is very, very critical. This year, obviously 2012, we saw that canola pretty consistently ahead of wheat as far as maturity.
Yeah, that's correct, and that's one thing I think that excites a lot of people also too. If you're going to be a wheat and canola farmer, it gives you a situation. We've kind of seen that situation for the most part over the last couple of years. Works out pretty well to get in there and try to swath that canola down and get it picked up, and then this matter of putting your wheat head on your combine and going and cutting your wheat. So, think about the varieties you're planting. If you're going to plant a variety like 154, probably not going to work out that way, but some of the mid to earlier maturity varieties, definitely there's a possibility of that situation.
Okay. Justin, appreciate your time today. Have a good day, everybody. I'm Ron Hayes for Canola TV.
Canola TV, a service of PCOM and produced by OklahomaFarmReport.com.